Sula Vineyards is on our radar. The company saw a slight moderation in the revenue growth in Q3, but their margins actually have expanded, and wine tourism revenues also surged in double digits. So we have the management joining us now. Rajeev, Samant, the MD and CEO at Sula Vineyards, is with us. Rajeev, hi, good morning. Perhaps opportune time to get you. Today is Valentine's Day, and I'm sure a lot of wine will be had. But, I mean, just looking at the numbers, right, it's been a slight bit of a slowdown in growth. You used to do 10%. In fact, 9 months, you've done 10% top-line growth. But in Q3, it slowed down to about 6.5%. Are people drinking lesser wine these days?
Hi, good morning. Look, I want to point out that this is our 7th quarter, 6 quarters of straight double-digit growth. So, I've always maintained that we are looking forward to double-digit growth, and I'm not going to step back from that. Sometimes you do have a pause in a particular quarter. It's not always a straight line. So this has been that quarter. There's been a little bit of a pause in the market. The market has been a bit soft. Q3 was a bit soft in terms of, FMCG as well as in terms of wine. But I'm happy to say that Q4 is looking like it's going to go back to trend. So those are the early signs. But yes, Q3 was a little bit lower than expected.
Actually, you're not alone in saying that. We're hearing it across the board, not just in FMCG, but across the consumption space, that Q3 has been much softer than the preceding quarters. So when you say soft in Q4 in FY25, do you think that you'll have to perhaps make do with single-digit growth on the top line, or do you think you can continue to do double-digit even in FY25?
We are very much looking forward to getting back on trend, and that's the way it's looking right now. We're in the middle of the quarter. So January, February looking much stronger than Q3. In terms of Alcobev, there's always a lot of factors, certain states which are important states, if they have elections or, there's something going on, you can be hit in a particular quarter. So like I said, 6 straight quarters of double-digit growth. This one quarter, yes, value growth has been around 6.5%. I want to point out this is our first quarter when, interestingly, our volume growth was higher than our value growth. So our volume growth was closer to 10%. And one of the reasons was we also held the line on price increases, seeing that the market was soft, didn't want to hit the volume growth. We will get back to that at some point, but Q4 definitely looking better.
Right. Rajeev, hi, good morning. Prashant here. Top line may be a little softer, but margins have done much better. And I guess that is on the back of the higher-end wines, premium wines, their share going up. Can you talk to us about that? What happened and what are you seeing in the fourth quarter for that segment?
Yes, absolutely. And I've always said that Sula is a premiumization story. So once again, our volume growth on our elite and premium wines has been much higher than for our economy and popular, especially our elite wines, which was something 16 to 18% growth, which are our most expensive wines, which really is where the profits are, where we really stand alone and unchallenged. And that is the 1,000 to around 1,500 rupees space, where none of the other domestic players are able to compete with us, and you don't yet have the imported wines in that category. So that's where we are extremely strong. We have something like 75% market share of the domestic wine space in that, and that's seen the strongest growth in the quarter.
All right. Hi, Rajeev. Morning. Nigel on this side. So you end this year at more than 600 crores of revenues?
Trending towards that. I will say that Q4 is double-digit growth is what we have in mind, and that's what it's looking like. So I think you can do the math from that.
Got it. All right. The other point is that the Maharashtra government has, revived the plans with regard to wine industrial promotion scheme for the next 5 years. And wineries are charged VAT of around 20%, of which I think 16% is refunded as rebate under this particular scheme. How much do you stand to gain?
So, Nigel, you're absolutely right that the CMO tweeted recently that they're reviving this scheme, which is a great benefit to us and allows us to grow as an industry and compete with those huge wine industries from other parts of the world. We're still waiting for the fine print, I must say. We're hoping to see it any day now, and at that point we'd really be able to answer that question better, but we're still waiting for the fine print, so it would be premature of me to answer that now. But yes, Sula is the largest producer, and hence we would be proportionately the largest beneficiary.
Okay, well, we'll wait to hear from you on that. But let's get to the wine tourism space, right? I mean, that's picked up a lot. Your revenues have gone up almost 16% over there. Can you tell us by when do you hope to reach that 100 crore revenue target in the wine tourism segment?
So, I've said previously also that we're going to be close to it this year. I think we're going to end up at about, 97, 98, unfortunately just short. We were hoping to hit 100. But it's been extremely strong, and it continues even in Q4. So we've had just record-breaking days, one after the other. I think in our release, we talked about the fact that the Christmas holiday weekend, we set all sorts of new records. And then again, Republic Day holiday weekend, again, we've set all sorts of new records. So there's such a thirst for people to come to our vineyards. We have some new projects on the anvil. We hope to be able to announce those soon. We see the sky's the limit for wine tourism because there's such little on offer. Sula is really the only player in town, and we have the potential to do much more. So we're going to be expanding in that space. And we are definitely looking at double-digit growth, strong double-digit growth in wine tourism in Q4 as well. January has been phenomenal. February looking phenomenal. Hotels totally booked out. Occupancies record highs. 100 plus rooms, but it's not just that. It's also those 3.5 lakh visitors and all those tastings. It's a very good scenario.
All right, no, absolutely. We leave it there, Rajeev. Great speaking with you here on CNBC TV18 as always. Good luck, and we look forward to our next chat. Thank you very much.